17 mega. Hornby, Ferrymead, Rangiora and...
G'day guys, just hanging out in the workshop today. It's a bit of a shed chat. What I'm doing, I thought I'd just quickly show you. The last few days I've been on a bit of a, I'm on my holidays, you see, Christmas holidays, and I haven't been feeling very enthusiastic about the current builds. Just want to have a break from them, so I thought I'd come out in the shed and just do some stuff, and I just felt like doing some sheet metal work. So what I did here is I built another cowl and firewall for the 32 style rat rod. I've got some cardboard patterns that I just knocked this out. It only took me a few hours to do this one, and also did another chassis here. Let's see if I'll get down in there. Like that. And I was watching Josh at Us Every Day, and he was talking about the new chassis he was making for a gasser build that he's doing, and talking about how each build he does, he's picking up new things and new tricks, and I approach the builds pretty much the same way. We're quite similar in that aspect, and what I wanted to do with this time was try fabricating a jig. So I've been cutting out these, milling these out with the CNC machine, and you can get an idea of what I'm doing. So each time I do one, if it's not right, I'll do another one. The reason I'm doing them in wood is because of the philosophy of fail fast, fail cheap, and you can't get much cheaper than scraps of wood, firewood actually, pellet that I've picked up to burn. So I do these things in wood, and these are burnt because I welded the chassis here. So this one goes in that way. You weld one side, then you put your bits in the other side, and you weld that side. This was a mistake, so I used this. One chassis is done that side, and the opposite on that side. So the thinking behind this style is that I can do the back section here and the front join here, and instead of running them along this way and doing the whole lot, I've kept them just where the welds joins are, because in theory I can have variable length I should say, on these parts here. It doesn't restrict me as far as length is concerned here or here. The only thing it is restricting me on is the height of the drop on the chassis. This is a bit shorter than that one, which was actually a measuring mistake on my part. But 30 minutes to mill this in the machine, and this catches fire a little bit. So, you know, if I do 2, maybe 3 chassis, I don't know, and this is no good, that's fine. I'll throw that in the forward pile and I'll mill out another one. And if I ever get it to a point where it's really good, then I'll do it in aluminium. Anyway, this build, this is just me playing around. What I'm thinking with this one is building a pickup truck, or a wrecker style truck with this. I've got some parts that I want to get rid of, so I just thought I'd play around for a few days while I'm on holiday before I get back into the charity build, which I want to keep momentum on. Speaking of that, this is the tube that I'm using for the pipes on the headers, and this is a little wooden jig that I've made that'll hold the pipes in place when I'm attaching these pipes to the little header plates that I made in the CNC machine. So that'll be a video or two away. But what I'm doing, I've got some leaf springs. These are the Ultra Scale RC full drive leaf springs. So what I'll do is I'll drill a hole here on this bracket, and what I'm going to do, I measured this back piece based on the sedan length, I think, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to extend it, weld some stuff on and drop these down. The reason behind that is because eye to eye these are 120 length, and usually I get the RC full drive short wheelbase main leaf, which is about 106, so it's a bit shorter. So this length is for a different leaf spring. I did order some of those short wheelbase leaf springs from RC full drive, but what are they, $29 for 4 leaves, and I can get a leaf spring set with the shackles, mountain hardware, all the brackets, everything, for $18.99 from China on AliExpress. And so it's but they're 120 as well, so I thought I might just use these because a few of these spare, and I'll use those short wheelbase ones that I ordered on something else. I have yeah, it's crazy, you know. It's to buy the leaf spring pack from RC full drive and then buy the mounting kits separately and all that sort of thing, you're looking about $70 US. So the idea of getting it for 18 for the whole lot from China is more to my liking. Also got this axle, which is pretty much a Yota 2 style axle, and so that's not a Yota 2, it's that was from China. And also I've got these spare rims left over from other builds, so I've got the 1.7 beadlocks from RC full drive, and here I've got a couple of G-made 1.9s. So when I was watching Josh's video the other day, he was working on a rat rod and he put dirt grabbers on these. So I've ordered a set of dirt grabbers to go on the back with these rims to get these out of my room and out of boxes, all the clutter, and I'll use these with some semi-truck tyres that I got on order. So, but other than that, there's no real plans for this one, other than it's going to be a cab. It might be a hard top. I'll make this one a hard top, I'm thinking, just to make it a little bit different. But this one is just me playing around when I've got spare time and some spare parts. So, and also it's an experiment to see about if I can speed up the build process, making little jigs and things like that. So that's what I'm up to today, I think. Oh, here's remember when I was talking about shapeways and printing plastic parts? This is the header plate. I got my friend to print them on his 3D printer, or at least a sample of one. And they turned out pretty good, better than I'm quite impressed. So I might set up a shapeways store and start putting stuff on there, actually. I haven't test fitted this on the RC full drive V8 yet. Speaking of which, the motor that I want to put in here, because it's going to have a tiny little cab and a wee deck with maybe a wrecker thing on the back, I can't put motors and trannies down here, so it's going to have a motor out front like the Rust Never Sleeps build. But I'm kind of resisting spending $180 odd on another RC full drive V8 because of the cost, basically. So I might look into some 3D printed engines as an option. I know there's a few people making them. Josh has a Ford flathead, which is pretty cool, that he's doing. I couldn't find it online. I don't have Facebook and I'm not interested in it, so, and it's not on Shapeways, but it's alright. And there's another group in the States that they've got a whole heaps, like 6 cylinders and diesels and a whole heap of engines, so I might go and check those out. And I'm pretty sure they're around the $90 mark, so they're still 100 less, and they're fully detailed. You know, if you buy the RC4 Drive V8, it's beautiful, but then you've got to buy all the accessories, and it, you know, before you know it, you're over $200. So yeah, I'm finding that pill a bit hard to swallow at the moment. What else? Oh, my dad brought this over today. It's this toaster. He thought I could fix it. It's not latching down there no more, but it's real interesting shape, eh? He said I could fix it or throw it out, but I'm not going to fix it. It's a really retro looking weird shapes in here. But another build I've been thinking about doing for a while, which maybe I'll get to one day, is a diesel punk style build. And this weird shape, I might be able to use some of these weird panels on this, so I'll go and throw that in my scrap pile, and let that sit there until something comes to me. What else? No, I think that's about it really. I think I'm just gonna get on the welder and that and fix that up, maybe hang some leaf springs and an axle on the back. Oh yeah, just pretty much build this. I did start building, designing a jig. I haven't milled it out yet. That would set them up like that, so I could always get the exact width, like slip them in. But yeah, haven't really finished that. It's still in the computer and in my brain. So this, speaking of computers, that's what that firewall is actually. It's a computer case. The cowl's just 0.6 sheet metal, but the computer case, well, from a server actually, it still has all the instructions on there about how to remove the hot swap drives and all that sort of thing. So yeah, so that's me today, I think. The next video will be another video from the trip I had away not long ago down south. I've got a few videos in the can there from the automotive museum and all that sort of thing. What else going on? We're in hot rod show. You wouldn't think so today because it's pissing down with rain, but it's generally summer here, so there's a hot rod show coming up end of January that I'll go to and film, and there's a truck show in February coming up, so I'll be sure to film those. I've got another couple of videos of the automotive museum ones, all the tractors they had, and the other videos all the trucks. You know, like 270 odd trucks. It's amazing collection. So yeah, that's enough for me, I think. I might show you. I may put a little clip on the end of this, depending on how much progress I make on this over the next couple of days. But this is not me really starting official builds. This is just me testing theories. I'm just fascinated with manufacturing and manufacturing processes, I guess. So that's why I like the idea of making little jigs, to see if I can find ways to build these chassis a lot faster, because they're kind of a pain in the ass to do. Splitting this box section in half, and yeah, Josh has the same problem. The closest thing I've actually found to C-section in this size, we'll just go to the dark hole. Alright, metal. Closest thing I've found is this stuff here. I'll get you over here to have a look. This kind of this is a C-section, but it's got all these holes in it along there. So I don't know how good it will be for chassis. That's why I have it. But this is that stuff that you put on the walls like that, and you hang those brackets on them that you get from the hardware store. But this is about the same size as that box tube. It's about the same size as this stuff here. So yeah, and this is all my crap. Where I'll need to get that toaster and throw that in amongst this my scrap metal. Anyway, guys, it's just a quick chat and a bit of a time waster. I just thought I'd do a quick video and show you what I'm up to. I'm really enjoying Josh's videos of his gasser at the moment. I'm looking forward to the next one actually. I've been meaning to build a gasser myself for a long time, but different style, completely different style. Probably a sedan, not a sedan, 57 Chevy type thing. Because I've got some cardboard patterns of 57 Chevys from when I was racing those on the dirt ovals, not dirt ovals, on the circuit. So I will build one day, but you guys know how slow I roll. It won't be this year, that's for sure. Got too much other stuff I want to finish off, and now I've just added another one to the pile. But yeah, no plans for the front on this one yet. The motor's a big question mark. So yeah, we'll get there. I'm gonna sit down, drink my coffee, stare at this stuff and daydream for a bit, and then I'm gonna hit the tools. So I hope you guys have had a good holiday, and you know, getting back to work's not giving you the blues too much. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. See you later, guys.